Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is the number one reason foreign men are flocking to the Philippines in droves. And before I get started, let me welcome my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. Truly been amazing, and I'll never take that for granted. The number one reason foreign men flock to the Philippines in droves is they have a dysfunctional sex life back in their home country. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. What's the definition of dysfunctional? Well, according to the Webster Dictionary, it just means not operating normally or properly. I'm going to give you the Sunshine Shoulders definition of a dysfunctional sex life. A lack of pussy. See, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They didn't come over here for the climate, the low cost of living, the beaches. Some of them will try to disguise it and say, oh, I'm looking for a wife. No, everybody knows why you come over here. You're not getting any coochie back at home, and there's nothing wrong with that, but going long periods of time between sexual activity can have a bad effect on your health, mentally and physically, you know, according to doctors. Raise your hand if before you came over here you were feeling anxious and depressed. You know, when you go without sex for a long period of time, it'll have you thinking maybe it's a premature Alzheimer's, you know, the onset of Alzheimer's. It's all sorts of things, but real stuff that can affect you, your prostate. If you know, and that's something that we don't even want to mention. But the older you get, you know, the more likely you are to go through one of these dry spells. One of my retired military subscribers, he called it being in dry dock. And I have to agree with him. But if you're like me, man, you're short-tempered, you got a short fuse, man, you're on edge all the time, you're grumpy, your mind is constantly on sex, you can't think of nothing else. It's been so long. Then you're mentally raping women that you see in public. But yeah, let's talk about the number one reason why foreign men flock to the Philippines in droves. And this isn't a knock against the Philippines. This is a knock on us. See, going long periods of time between sexual activity, man, it's not good for us. And so what do some of us turn to? Masturbation. We beat ourselves so much that when we get in the shower, anytime we take our pants off, your dingling's getting ready to call 911 because he knows he's going to get assaulted. That's not really the solution, though, guys. You know, but there's no sense in lying to yourself. You know, one guy says he came over here. He's coming, rather, because he wants to go back to school. At 66, come on, man, we know why you coming over here. And I have to do a video like this every now and then, about every 6 months, to put us back into reality, man. Hey, good morning, man. Botak. So yeah, that's the number one reason men come over here. I lied to myself. I told myself I had anxiety and depression. Hell, once I got over here, man, and got that tune up with the free oil change and lube job, man, I haven't experienced anything like anxiety or depression over here, man. It's crazy. But that's why we come over here, man, and a lot of us, we find our solution over here. There's nothing wrong with having sex, man. I got a grown-up channel. I talk about it all the time, but in a respectful manner. I don't get nasty or cringy about it, but, you know, I'm just going to give you the real deal, man. This is the nitty-gritty. We don't come over here for all that stuff that we try to fool ourselves into thinking why we're over here. One guy says he's coming over here to study the history of the original Filipino. Yeah, you're going to do all of that after you pound something, after you find some little sweet young Filipina to release all your pressure. Then you're going to study the history of the original Filipino. After that, another subscriber says, yeah, I'm coming over here to start a foundation to build houses for the poor. Meanwhile, the whole time he's over here, he's been digging in something. I haven't heard nothing else about that foundation, but that's okay, guys. You know, whatever it takes to get you out of that misery, because you become miserable. And misery loves company, and that's the reason why I get a lot of pushback. Those are the people I get the pushback from, not the happy people, not the people who are living their best lives. I get it from the miserable guys who are beating on themselves every night, fantasizing all the time. Good morning, man, buntag. Because happy people don't argue. Happy people don't fight. Especially if you're over here. I don't get any pushback from people over here. It's always from people on that other side. But let's talk about the number one reason foreign men flock to the Philippines in droves. It's because they have a dysfunctional sex life back in their home country. Just like I did. Going long periods of time between sex. It can have an effect on you. According to the doctors, mentally and physically. You start thinking that maybe this is early onset of Alzheimer's. No, you need some pussy, man.
Careful, Dick. Come here.
Period. Okay. Oh, I'm anxious and depressed. Yeah, I bet you are. After beating yourself senseless every damn night, mentally raping women in public, man. Let's get honest with ourselves. The minute you go in the shower, take your pants down, your dingaling's ready to call 911 because he knows he's getting ready to get assaulted. That's not the solution. And this isn't a knock on the Philippines. This is a knock on us. But I tell you what, once you buy that ticket and decide to come over here and you get honest with yourself, your life will never be the same. You're going to get that, you're going to scratch that itch. You're going to have to find another excuse. Yeah, but yeah, guy, if you're a 66-year-old that wants to go back to school, nothing wrong with that. But be honest with yourself. You know why you want to go to school, because he eventually sent me another email back. He said, you think by me going to school, those young women in there will be interested in me? I said, man, come on. You should have just said that at first. But yeah, I always like to do videos like this from time to time, man, because I don't sugarcoat it, man. I'm giving you the real life of what it's really like over here. And while we're here, most of the guys, 100% of them that I talk to, they eventually come clean. No pun intended. They eventually come clean and tell you why they're here. Because they had a dysfunctional sex life back at home, man. Now they're out of dry dock. Imagine if you're 75 years old over in America. You're going to go a long period of time without any kind of sexual activity. I mean, it's not many 75-year-old women over there that's hot and ready for you to make love to them. So you get anxious, you get depressed, you get short-tempered, on edge, you grumpy all the time. You may even get ED from not practicing on a regular basis. But whatever it is, when you get over here, you're going to get that itch scratched. Then you got to find some other excuse for why you're forgetting shit all the time. But thank you so much for stopping by today. You know, just a video to keep us honest. They do have beautiful beaches here. I do love the low cost of living in the Philippines. The people are so friendly, they're so hospitable. They welcome us with open arms. But that's not the reason I came over here. And that's not the reason you came over here. It was a lack of pussy, guys. So thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're in America, it's late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. If you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, you're on your lunch break, see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. Here in the Philippines, it's very early, man. As you can see in the picture, we were on our way home from Bacolod, and we stopped in Gillis. Well, Mountain View, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful place over here. But this isn't why I came to the Philippines. But yeah, we had coffee here. They've got great food here. And just look at the view, man. It's to die for. I'll let you soak this in. It don't even look real. When I was drinking my coffee, I said, man, I got to go get my gimbal. I got to go record this. Look how beautiful this is. But this isn't why we come to the Philippines, guys. Not a day goes by that I don't help somebody over here. Today we'll have our electronic community pantry giveaway drawing, as we do every Wednesday. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID-free. See you next time.